All right, take one, take one. I hope this is recording because I'm just going to start going. Today's lesson, I was just on vacation, got married. Me and my wife, Stacy, we honeymooned in Aruba. Beautiful place, real windy, but beautiful. We had a great time. We were going for, I don't know. I was away from work for almost 3 weeks, right? Took 3 weeks off, and this was the first time that, listen to me now, this was the first time that I took time off work and I didn't once check email or anything. I did nothing work related during this whole span that I was off. I can talk about the reasons why I did that, in a later episode, mainly because, I love my wife, and I want this to be special, and I want us to truly have time together. I want us to, share that together, but enough about that. That's another time. Today's point is when you get back from a long trip like that, you get back into the grind, because we all have these visions. We all have these grand illusions and these dreams, these things we want to accomplish, these things we want to do. And a lot of times we don't get there, right? We always say, when I have more time. If I had more time. Next time I have a 2-week vacation, I'll think about it, right? Next time I get a Friday off, I'll think about it. Next time I have a Monday off, I'll think about it. Next Labor Day, I'll think about it. I'll do it then. You're not going to do it. You never do it, right? And that's why you're failing still today, right? Because you're not doing what you say you're going to do. So when these times come, and this is the point I want to illustrate today, I wanted to work on all these things, right? And I always said, I'm going to have 3 weeks off. It's going to be great, In the back of my mind, I knew, because I've been doing this for a long time, right? I've been doing it for a while now. And I knew I wasn't really going to achieve much of, the JC stuff I wanted to work on, right? Why? Because this was time for my wife, right? It was time starting a new phase of my life that I was committed to. I committed to this person for the rest of my life, and that was special. That was important to me, right? And, as soon as I get back, right, immediately, as soon as I get back, the first day back at work, not only work stuff, right, guys, of course I have tons, hundreds, probably thousands of emails, unread emails that I've got to go through, right, and catch up on stuff, follow up with clients I left off with, follow up with team leads that want me to do stuff, follow up with VPs that want me to do stuff, I've got a whole, I'm being torn in every direction work-wise, right, everyone wants me to catch up, and I'm playing catch up there. On top of that, though, once you get back in the grind, that grind of Monday through Friday or whatever your schedule is, when you get back in that, you're back into the real world, right? You're back into life, right? You don't have this awesome excuse to tell everyone, nah, I can't deal with that right now. Nah, I'm too busy, don't bother me. Nah, I can't be bothered right now. Now's not a good time, right? You don't have that excuse anymore. So you're there, you're being questioned again, you're being asked to do things again. You've got priorities, you've got things, you've got agendas, you've got game plans, you've got priorities, you've got deadlines, you've got to meet. Right? And so you get into this, right? And I apologize, I'm sweating. Actually, I just did a little workout, so I apologize, I'm sweating a little bit here. Probably look all gross and nasty, but, I had to get it in today because I got back. I didn't get it in this morning. So I had to make sure I got it in. It was priority one. But anyhow, back to the point. The point is, you get these things from work, right? I'm back in the grind. Listen to me now. I'm going to condense it for you here. I'm going to go into it. You get back into the grind, and you're immediately hit with all these things. And it's so clear to me coming back from such a long hiatus, such a long time off, away from work, away from all these distractions, that the first day I get back into it, I see it. I have all these different things at work, right? Clients, bosses, other employees you've got to deal with, other departments you've got to liaison with, whole different things there, right? On top of that, I got an email from my mom today. She wants to set up a family vacation or something, right? So I've got that, right? I got that, something unexpected, had no idea, but it just so happens. Once you get back in the grind, these are the things you don't notice, right? You get an email from your mom, wants to set up a vacation, wants you to organize it with the family, right? That's something, something extra. No, do you have to do it? No, of course not. But do you want to? Yeah, you do. So it's something you don't necessarily have to do, but, if you're a good family man and that's something that's part of your life, then yeah, you're going to do it. That, I also have day one back, my wife is asking me now about setting up a trip to go visit her friends in South Carolina, which is a trip we always do. It's not a big deal. But, it's just something, she's got me, do you want to go this date? Do you want to go this date? These are the price tickets I see right now. We can get this flight for this much, yada, yada. Talking about the details, just planning it with me, right? And so there's that. Not to mention, I had a call from one of my credit line people, from one of the banks I have a credit line with. I had to work out issues with them. They had some questions about an account that I was setting up with them, and I had stuff like that to take care of, personal stuff, right? It wasn't business related. On top of that, though, then I've also got business stuff too that came up, right? I had some paperwork I had to submit for not what I do right here, but for one of my family business that we run. And so, it was so very clear to me having this long period back, and then boom, as soon as you're back available, as soon as you come off that release button, and you don't have that excuse to tell everyone, hey, now's not a good time, I'm busy, I'm with my wife, I just got married. Right? Once that excuse is gone and you're back in the grind, you immediately see all these things that come up, these daily tasks or these weekly tasks or these unexpected tasks or things that you just have to get done. They're just part of life. They're just part of life, and it's what you need to do. And you see now why you get so burnt out, right? Why you get to home at the end of the day and you're like, nah, I can't work on this one specific thing I want to, this business idea I have, right? This money-making venture, this, practicing my jump shot for the game, right? Or for this season or for the next season. Whatever it is that you want to focus on, you keep putting it off because you're placing more importance on these other things that you think you have to get done. And that's what I'm here to tell you today. I'm not saying, not to do these things so that you can't do these things, or, you can't do these things and do what you want to do at the same time. You can, but it takes work to get it all done, right? So you got to make a decision. Make a decision. You either want to try and do everything, be Superman, right? Which means you better be getting up early and you better be willing to stay up a little later, right? Better be willing to work on a little less sleep if you want to get everything done. Or two, you're going to cut out some of the stuff that isn't immediate to what your immediate goals and priorities are. If you want to launch this business by the end of this month, then maybe you ain't got time to help your mom plan the family vacation. Say, I'm sorry, Mom. Can you ask my brother to do it? Can you ask my sister to do it? Can you do it this time? I can help you a little bit, but I can't plan the whole thing, right? Well, maybe my wife can help you out, right? You come up with an alternative solution. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter how you want to handle it. But you've got to make a decision. You've got to decide, right? That's the only way you're going to get all these things done, is if you prioritize and commit to what it is you need to get done. That's today's lesson. Thank you all for tuning in, and again, apologize for the sweating. But this is real life. This is real living. This is what it's about. And when you want to get to that next level, these are the things you've got to do, and this is how you've got to think about life. It's how you've got to think about day-to-day things in order to achieve consistently and effectively to get to where you want to be ultimately. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. You got to enjoy the process, and you got to own the process. And you do that by prioritizing, making decisions for your prioritization. Thanks again, guys. Coach Chron signing out. We'll talk to you next time.